obeisance. Thank you for joining. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā Bhagavati uttama-shloke Bhaktir-bhavati
This
naishtaki
is the beginning prayers we do with reading.
Ārādhyo bhagavan vrajeshatanayas Tadhama vrindavanam Ramya kachitupasana vrajavadho Vargena va kalpita Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam pramanamamalam prema pumartho mahan Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhur tatradharana para Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 38, entitled Akrura's Arrival in Vrindavan Dham. So we are in the last section of this chapter, which has three sections. Number one, Krura's meditation during the journey, what we'll do, how he'll see the Lord, how the Lord will touch his head upon me, all that meditation. Then the second part is Akrura's ecstasy upon reaching Vrindavan Dham. Till text 33, we read that. How he saw the darshan, with the beautiful description of Krishna and Balaram, their garment, their smile, their eyes, their complexion, their walking. And now we come to text 34. Akrura, how Krishna and Balaram are welcoming Akrura. So we'll read from text 34 onwards. रथातूर्णम् अवाप्लुत्य सुक्रूरः स्नेहविह्वलः पपातचरणोपान्ते दण्डवद्रामकृष्णयोः. Translation by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Akrura, overwhelmed with affection, quickly jumped down from his chariot and fell at the feet of Krishna and Balaram like a rod. Hare Krishna. Beautiful verse. Rathat Turnam. Quickly, the moment he saw Krishna and Balaram, he immediately got down. And what he did? Prapata. This word comes many times. Tadvidi pranipata, pranipatina. To offer pranams, to offer namaskar, to offer, to fall at the feet of Guru, Krishna, Vaishnavas. Tadvidi pranipatina pariprashnena sevayah. How? How was he offering? Safe sneha vihvalaha. Not because his father told him, hey, do, otherwise I'll not give you chocolate. They do this, otherwise they'll be angry upon you. Anything we do in life, there are different levels. The lowest level is fear. If you don't do this, then this will happen. Fear, punishment, etc. Then one above is reward. If you do this, I'll give you chocolate. If you offer pranams to devotees, you get to play. If you chant Hare Krishna, then I'll give you a video game. So fear or punishment here, then reward, then duty. But the topmost is love. So, and that's what we see Akrura. Sneha vihvalaha, by affection, overcome by affection or love in short. He was not doing because there was fear of Kamsa. He was not doing because he would get a good brand new chariot or brand new home. He was not doing this duty, oh, it's my duty, Krishna is Supreme Lord, I must do. He was doing out of sneha. So when we offer also pranams to Krishna or to Vaishnavas, we must do with love, with sneha. Initially, we may do with these things, that's fine. But gradually, we have to try to ascend to the level of sneha. Papat charanopante, charanopante. Charana upante, next to the feet. He fell. So, when Krishna is standing, we also offer obeisance, keeping Krishna on the left side, on our left side. That is where our heart is. Basically, we are offering our heart to the Supreme Lord. Dandavat. To whom? To Rama Krishnayo. To Lord Ram, Balram, and Lord Shri Krishna. So there is, this is, as soon as he first met them, he offered pranam. And this is our culture also. In the temple, as soon as we go, the first thing we offer, Vaishnava pranam, right? Then we offer pranams to the Acharya, Srila Prabhupada pranam. Then we offer pranams to the deities, Gaur Nitai, Krishna Balram, Radha Shyam Sundar. This is the sequence. There is a lot of significance of offering pranams. This word, Dandavat, sometimes we may take it very cheaply. Sometimes on the phone we may say Hari Bol, Dandavat Pranam, Hari Bol, Pamo, please accept my humble obeisance. That's fine, but we should also try to mean it also. We should try to mean what we are saying. And I have noticed that sometimes the devotees may meet physically also in a temple setting or in a program setting, and this is Dandavat Pranam. Okay, when we are on phone, we may not be able to do physical pranams, but when we meet, we must offer physical pranam. The Vaishnava Pranam mantra, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha. When we set up altar in a program, we must offer physical pranam as well. So the quickly here also shows with great enthusiasm, with great joy, with great love, with enthusiasm he is doing. Any comments here anyone has in this text? Vishnu Thakur is saying that this word Turna refers to it because he was so ecstatic. He's so ecstatic and jumping out of joy. You may have seen this famous video. This Grace Radheshyam Prabhu is giving class, and he realizes that His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was sitting in the class. The moment he realized, he Turnam with great intensity and eagerness and enthusiasm, he offered pranams. This video is quite famous. I'll try. How many of you have seen that? The video I'm referring? Anyone?
Yes, I saw that, Prabhu.
I have seen it too, Prabhu. Very good.
Okay. I'll just still quickly I'll quickly share this again. So the context is because it's cold. So Maharaj is Maharaj is sitting here, and maybe he's absorbed. Radhesha Prabhu is absorbed in giving a class. He didn't notice who was sitting until a certain point.
And other sages, with great respect, they are speaking to Brahma. By observing Brahma,
So beautiful. And I was studying recently, you know, we may not remember what he spoke in the class, right? We may have heard hundreds of classes of Radheshyam Prabhu or many, many senior devotees. But how many of us remember, you know, maybe we may remember a little bit here, a little bit there, right? But this example, even when we see once, we remember very deeply. Apane acharya Prabhu jivera sikhai. So when a leader has to teach by example, and everyone is a leader in some way or the other. Parents are leader for kids, right? So everyone is leader, so one should preach by example. It is mentioned, Srila Sanatan Goswami told Srila Haridas Thakur, beautiful verse. He said that Haridas, there are some people who are very good in speaking. Prachar mein bahut badi, but acharan zero. They're very good in speaking, big philosophy, but their acharan is not very refined. And there are some whose acharan is great, but they are bhajananandi. They don't want to go out and preach due to multiple reasons. But oh, Haridas, you are a classic example of both, because you have great acharan and great in prachar. This is the verse I was referring to. I have it open. Apane acharya keha na kare prachar, prachar kare na kehe na kare achar. So some do acharan, na kare prachar, and some do prachar, na kare achar. Achara prachar namer kare ha doi karya, tumi sarva guna, tumi sarva guru, tumi jagatera arya. You simultaneously perform both activities in relation to the holy name by your personal behavior and by your preaching. Therefore, you are the most advanced devotee in the world. So this was what was told to Haridas Thakur. So in short, we should also try to become like that. I was just hearing His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj was explaining that our Krishna consciousness movement is not for lazy and crazy people. It is meant for people who want to become pure devotees. It's not for lazy, not for crazy people. It's meant for sincere people who want to become pure devotees, and if they stick to the path and stay chaste to the parampara, they will get there. It is Prabhupada's promise, it's Krishna's promise. We don't know in what parampara we are. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, all our great Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. Sometimes we don't know what we have received. Hare Krishna. Okay, any other thoughts, comments? Text 35. Anyone wants to read? Anyone, please unmute.
Prabhuji, I can read, Prabhu.
Yes, Mata, please.
Bhagavad Darshanala
दर्शनाह्लाद भास्पा पर्याकुलेक्षणः पुलकचिताङ्ग उत्कण्ठयात् स्वख्येन नाशकन् नृपा. Translation and translation by Prabhupada disciples. The joy of seeing the Supreme Lord flooded Akrura's eyes with tears and decorated his limbs with eruptions of ecstasy. He felt such eagerness that he could not speak to present himself, O King. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Mataji. Bhagavat Darshan. Very straightforward words. Bhagavat Darshana. Ahlada. Prahlad, Ahlad. This word we sing practically every day. Prahlad, Ahlad, Dadayani. The joy. So the real joy happens when one sees Krishna and or his devotees. That's the nectar for the eyes. That's Netra Utsava. And he was in such ecstasy. It is one of the symptoms of ecstasy that the tears are flowing from his eyes, overflowing. Paryakula. Not because of, there are different types of tears. Anyone knows the different types of tears? Would you like to hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Let's see if I can try to find that. Okay, I found it. This is again by His Holiness Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Swami Maharaj. Cry, the different tears or cry. People cry for multiple reasons. There are 4 types of cries. One is the cry of a samsarika. Cry of a samsarika. Samsarika means materialist basically. Oh, hi, I lost my job. India lost the World Cup. Hi, my famous basketball player didn't score much. I failed in this physics exam. Oh, someone hit my car. Now I have to pay $2,000 to get it fixed. Hi, such. All these reasons are samsarika cry. People cry. She left me, he left me, he said this, she said this. All this sansarika. My visa didn't get approved, my stamping didn't get approved, I didn't get green card, I didn't get citizenship. All these are samsarika. I didn't get bonus, I lost my job. Why God is doing this to me? So these are sansarika cry. One is the cry of a sahajiya. Sahajiya means one who takes it cheaply. Crying is a very spiritual, deep emotion. Very, very deep emotion. Romanchakampa Shrutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Śrī Caitanya Vindam. But Sahajiyas, they cry to gain cheap fame. Oh, if I start pouring out tears, then people will think, oh my God, look at this. This is such a great devotee. He's crying for God. We may cheat others, people around us, but we cannot cheat Krishna. That is Sahajiya. Superficially trying to cry for attention. One is sadhaka. At least we can try to be that. The cry of a sadhaka is like a baby crying for mother. The baby is genuinely needing his or her mother. So similarly, the devotee needs Krishna in their life. Krishna, where are you? Krishna, when will I come to you? Krishna, I'm struggling in this world, this repeated ocean of birth and death. Krishna, please help me. Although I have so many shortcomings, lust, anger, greed constantly torment me, but I have nowhere else to go, Kṛṣṇa. You are my mother, you are my father, you are my everything. Kṛṣṇa, please help me. And that cry may or may not manifest in the physical tears, but certainly chanting is nothing but a cry from the heart. And lastly, there's a cry of a siddha, a genuine, pure devotee who is totally self-realized. Their cry, which we cannot understand, like the gopis crying for Krishna, right? The mascara is coming, like the kajal is coming down their cheeks, right? That is in pure love, pure self-realized state. They're not crying for, materialistic thing. I want a new gopi skirt and my mom didn't allow me to get, so I'm crying. Any comments so far? This is beautiful prayer. Try to hear this carefully and let's try to put in our lives. May the cry of samsarika become the cry of a sadhaka, so that one day it will be the cry of the siddha in the spiritual world. Make sense? Is everyone with me? Any comments?
Prabhuji, can you repeat?
I'll show it here also in case anyone wants to take a note or whatever. The 4 different types of cry. All the tears of lifetimes, we have cried so much, can fill up the ocean. So may the cry of the sansarika, materialist, become the cry of a sadhaka, genuine sadhaka, so that one day it will be the cry of the siddha, perfected soul, pure devotee, in the spiritual world. She's asking, can I share that class? Yes, actually, you can find that class. It is called The 3 Lessons from Kurukshetra. You can find that. I heard it way back, made these notes and all. So I don't recollect when I heard, but I heard it at some point. 3 Lessons from Kurukshetra. And then this is advanced topic, the different cries and different emotions in the pure state. Cry for Krishna in the Purva Raga. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Anyways, so what were we talking about? Crying. Here, Akrura is crying, not because of fear of Kamsa, not because his mom didn't give him a new car or his boss didn't give him a new car or new promotion, not because his wife said some harsh words to him. He's crying. Akrura's eyes are filled with tear because of seeing the joy of Krishna, the joy of seeing Krishna. Paryakula ikshanaha, eyes are moistened, overflowing. Pulaka, eruption. Pulaka achitanga utkanthaya. Utkantha. Ut means up, kantha means neck, like raised neck. When someone is eagerly waiting, oh, when will he come? When will she come? With raised neck. Utsaha. And he wanted to speak. Sometimes you may have experienced this. He wanted to speak, but he couldn't speak. Why? Because he was so much overwhelmed with spiritual emotion that he couldn't speak. It's just crying, crying, crying like a child who has met his father, who's met his mother, who's met his Supreme Lord. Very deep verse. We go into this. Any thoughts, comments here? I'll share that slide, the 4 types of cry, with all of you later. Yes, Radha, you had any Mataji or saying something?
So the Chaitanya Sikshashtakam, it says about Nainam Galadashrudaraya Vadanam Gagada Hridaya Gira Pulakanchitam Apukadatavanam Grahani Bhavishyati. So when I'm hearing about that tears from the eyes and ecstasy, so I remember this verse. I just want to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Very, very appropriate connection. Very nice. Very nice. Mahaprabhu is praying for this, when will I cry? Although he is Supreme Lord, but this should be our aspiration also. When will I, cry for Krishna? I'm crying for materialistic things. That's the aspiration of a devotee. Okay, next verse, 36. Anyone? In the position. Yeah, Shital Mataji. Yeah, please.
He will read, Prabhu.
Okay, please.
Hare Krishna, text 36. Bhagavan stam abhipritya rathangankita panina parirebhyupakrishya prita pranata vatsala. Translation. Recognizing Akrura, Lord Krishna drew him close with his hand, which bears the sign of the chariot wheel, and then embraced him. Krishna felt pleased, for he is always benignly disposed toward his surrendered devotees. Purport. According to the Acharyas, by extending his hand marked with the chariot wheel or chakra, Lord Krishna indicated his ability to kill Kṛṣṇa.
Very cool. Thank you, Vedahi, for reading this beautiful verse. So, Lord Krishna drew him close with his hand. Drew him means Akrura. So basically he lifted him up. And especially there is mention here about what? Ankita Rathanga Ankita Panina Chakrapani Pani Grahan. You may have heard this word. Pani is hand. Ankita, mark. Lord Krishna's hand marked with this chariot wheel, he extended towards his devotee, basically telling that, don't worry, I will protect all the Mathura Vasis and soon kill Kṛṣṇa. Lord Krishna in his 4 hands carries what? Or Lord Vishnu? What all he carries? Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma. So there are 2 weapons for the non-devotees to kill people like Kṛṣṇa, Chakra and Gada. And there are 2, Shankha and Padma, conch and lotus. You remember when Dhruva Maharaj met Lord Vishnu? What did Lord Vishnu do? Anyone recalls in Dhruva's story? He touched with one of the 4 items. What was that? Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma.
He touched with the Shankha Prabhu conch.
Yes, with a conch. And then Dhruva got all the, remembrance of, he got all the knowledge of all the scriptures. So to show here that, okay, don't worry, I'll kill Kṛṣṇa, Krishna extended his hand, especially marked with chakra. Because Krishna knew very well in advance what was the purpose of Akrura's arrival in Vrindavan. So Krishna extended his hand, Rath Anga Ankita. So that was the hidden meaning. That is the hidden meaning Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is mentioning. Any other comments, thoughts, questions anyone has? So let's see what happens. Now Krishna is lifting or bringing Akrura close to him. Let's see who wants to read these two verses, 37, 38.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can
Yes.
I read?
Yes.
Sankarshanascha pranatam upakuhya mahamanam grihitva panina pani anayatsanujo griham prishtva tasva agatam tasmai nivedya cha varasanam prakshalya vidhivat padom madhuparkarhanam aharat. Translation: As Akrura stood with his head bowed, Lord Sankarsana, Balaram grasped his joined hands, and then Balaram took him to his house in the company of Lord Kṛṣṇa. After inquiring from Akrura whether his trip had been comfortable, Balaram offered him a first-class seat, bathed his feet in accordance with the injunctions of scripture, and respectfully served him milk with honey. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Very well. Thank you so much. So what's happening here, Avni?
Balaram took him inside the house and welcomed him by washing his feet, and then served him like some refreshments, milk with honey.
Okay. Try connecting it to what we read yesterday.
Oh, yeah, kind of like how you're supposed to, like, we talked about how you like treat your guests when they come in, and Lord Balaram is like exemplifying how like we offer them something and we be respectful to them and make sure they feel welcome.
Yes. When Kashyap Muni came back from the hermitage to meet his wife Aditi, he asked multiple questions. For her moroseness, he could sense that something is not right. My wife looks very morose. And then he asked multiple questions. And one of them was, did you treat guests improperly? Is that the reason for your moroseness? Are you not following dharma properly? Is that the reason for your moroseness? Are your subjects not doing well? Is that the reason for your moroseness? So the point here is that in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and in other places, there is a lot about guest reception, how one should treat one's guests. You want to hear a little bit more on proper behavior for guest reception? From the Vaishnava etiquette. See, the main idea is one should be very, very mindful to care for them, to give them the best one can based on one's situation, and be practical and be very mindful. And the main idea is to see what will please them, not what will please me. If they want water, don't give milk. If they want milk, don't give lemonade, right? Something like that. So Let's see something about guest reception here. Rising from one's seat as a senior approaches, identifying oneself by name and offering greetings. So one should not feel, अरे वो मुझे बोलेंगे तो मैं बोलूँगा हरि बोल, right? If they tell me Hari Bol, I'll also see. This is ego. But if we think others are Prabhu, others are Master, Lord Ram is said to be as Purvabhashi. Purvabhashi means pehle wo bolt. Now, pehle, because it needs humility to say, how can I serve you? My name is this, introducing what's your name? Where have you come from? How can I serve you? Because in these days, I was hearing a class again by Swami Bhagwan Keshav Sai Maharaj, who was mentioning when we go out for book distribution, it's like a Sankirtan, it's a school of life. We learn communication skill, we learn commitment, we learn so many things. It's like a practical MBA happening. How to take a no with grace. One should offer pranams, Panchang pranam or Ashtang pranam. If they're coming from a long distance, they have some bags, some luggage, you should take them, help them show their room. If they're planning to rest, show them the bathroom. They may need to use the bathroom or take a bath, or make sure the things they need based on their age, based on their diet, based on their preferences are already pre-arranged. It should not be that, oh, they are allergic to wheat and, sorry, we made rotis for you and that's all we'll do for you because we like to make rotis. So respect, kind words, very, very important. Services, place to rest, bathing facilities if possible, especially depends on time, place, or situation. If they're planning to stay for a few days and all. You should go out and meet, especially if some senior Vaishnavas are coming, some sannyasis are coming, should go out. Should not be that they are at your door and we are getting ready, right? Should go out, do some kirtan. You should accompany him at least one of out of the premises or the yard. When they leave, one should escort them also till their car or till their yard or outside parking area. Offer simple or elaborate worship that depends on, like, sometimes devotees put flowers or sometimes an arati, depends, some water, charnamrit, giving gifts such as cloth, gold, that's when they're leaving, giving appropriate gifts. Respect elders, parents, and teachers by rising from a sitting position. So that applies to everyone. Should not be one is kind to the guest, but one's to own father, mother, elders, one is not so kind. Atithi, the word literally means one who comes without invitation or without atithi. But as a guest, one should not do so. Okay, atithi means, oh, I'll test if this since host is ready to host. No, we should properly communicate that if you are planning to go somewhere to a friend's home, relative's home, devotee's home, give them notice. Especially in this day and age, everyone is so busy. They may be not be in town, right? They may be at work. They may be sick, right? So many situations could have happened. So give them sufficient notice. Don't surprise them. Of course, emergencies are separate, but generally don't surprise them. Plan your trip ahead. Let them know about the agenda of your arrival beforehand. If you're planning to stay 2 hours or 2 days, give them some kind of advance notice. It should not be that you are there and they don't know when you will leave, right? So, because everyone has things and plans and stuff in life. Everyone should learn how to take care of guests. Temple devotees who worship the deities should especially be expert in this matter, right? Every person who is coming to a program, your home, your temple, basically Krishna is sending them. Mm. And how we deal, how we conduct ourselves with them will determine if they will come in future or not. So one should be very, very careful. Give them such environment that they feel like they have come in a home. Oh my God, this place is so warm and comfortable. The people are so kind and caring. Not only to the people who are coming first time, but to everyone. They should feel loved, respected, cared, encouraged, appreciated. That they feel, oh, I feel I've met my old brothers and sisters. I don't want to leave this place. This should be the mood. Mm. As a guest, if we are a guest, don't overstay, don't self-invite, be careful. You may do not burden your guest, your host, sorry. Do not, like, if they have invited you, do not take 5 more members with them, with your, so, it will, without taking their permission, even if it's a program. If you plan to take more people, ask them so they can plan ahead. Communication is very important. If you are permitted to use telephone, fax machine, so if you're using their facility, like in this day, like phone and fax, if you're in this day, like it'll be maybe you're charging your car using Wi-Fi, using other facilities which they have to accrue. So offer to give something, especially if things are significant. You're using their belongings which are expensive. So be mindful. Give them notice what time you'll be coming, how long you plan to stay. If you're running late, give them, I was supposed to reach at 4, but sorry, with traffic, I'll reach at 6, right? Yeah, and it's also important, avoid arriving at a time which avoid arriving at noon or early afternoon when both the deity and the persons in general rest after lunch. So be mindful of the time also. For example, you reach around, let's say, 1:30. Now they may have already had prasadam, or they may have already about to take prasadam, and they may have not planned, and they don't know that you are coming. So it might be a little inconvenience for them. Although they being their kind, they may even skip their meal and offer to the guest. That should be the mood, like Shibi Maharaj. But generally, we as Vaishnavas should not feel that others should do sacrifices for us. So even if you're planning to have lunch there, tell them in advance that, okay, me and my wife will come, or me and my son will come at this time. Any other thoughts, tips, experiences you want to share about guest reception? How Balramji is treating Akrura with so much gratitude, love, affection. Any thoughts here? If you serve guests nicely, you'll get a lot of blessings. Atithi Devo Bhava, especially when senior devotees are coming, Maharajas are coming. You should be very eager to get chance to serve them, host them, especially all of us practically are in the Grihastha ashram. It is a dharma of Grihastha, because ultimately, if the home is just a place for me, my wife, my children, it's all I conscious. But home is a sacred ashram. Ashram means it's open for Vaishnavas anytime. They can come, they can honor prasad, they can stay there. This is ashram. So we should be very eager to invite them, serve them, host them, and thereby, if they are happy, if they had a comfortable stay at your home, they'll give you, your family, your children, naturally, blessings will pour even without asking. And we will feel so happy and enriched, because real joy lies in serving. Real joy is not in selfish enjoyment. That is selfishness, and that never gives true happiness. Real joy lies, and I'm sure all of you have experienced this at some point or the other, when we selflessly serve others. Vaishnav Seva, Jivadoya Namaruchi Vaishnav Seva. I was hearing a class, how can we determine how advanced one devotee is? There are multiple parameters, but one of them is how eager are they for serving Krishna and his devotees? Service. How are they doing? How are they conducting their life? Okay, so we have a few more verses which we will complete in the next class tomorrow, because we may not be able to complete all the verses. So from text number 39, we will do tomorrow. But the guest reception continues here. We'll talk a little bit more on this also. But here we are learning from none other than Balramji. First class guest reception. To the best of one's means, one can, one should. Let's take any comment or question from today. Anyone has? Any question, comment, reflection, correction?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for all the explanations. One thing that I wanted to check, is the way of chanting, the mode of the way of how we chant every day. It doesn't go same way. Like some days we feel so much ecstasy. Sometimes we feel more joy, even we don't realize that we finish our 16 rounds. Some days it's not like, okay, we have to finish. Okay, we are seeing the counting like Sakshimala, how many finished, how many are there, how much time is done. So it's kind of varies. Every day it's different. It's not like a consistently the same ecstasy that when you are saying about how Akrura is feeling, even though he saw Krishna so many times, but when he's going to see Krishna, so he's having that ecstasy that when we do chanting every day, it becomes like a everyday routine, that it doesn't feel like ecstasy. Sometimes once in a blue moon, we feel that ecstasy, but we don't get the same taste every day. So how can we develop that taste, and how can we look forward, Prabhuji, about looking at Krishna, or looking at chanting, or anything about Vaishnava Seva or anything?
Thank you for your deep, thoughtful question. Basically, what you are referring are the higher stages of bhakti. Tata Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha. Nishtha is basically steadiness. Ruchi, Asakti. Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, Prema. So these are higher stages, consistence. So we are mostly right now in the stage of Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. So we keep doing it. There are multiple aspects. As you see, sometimes Krishna will give that wonderful experiences, that joy, that ecstasy, that bliss. Let's relish that. Even Narad Muni, he saw the glimpse of the Supreme Lord. This comes in the Bhagavatam in his previous life. Then he was craving, when will I get that glimpse again? When will I? And then Krishna came and said, sorry, my dear Narada, this you won't get this anymore in this life. Next life you'll become Narada. So along with the sincerity and consistency, patience is also required. We may not have that utkantha every day. It's hard. It's hard. Akrura here is a pure devotee. He's a Siddha Purusha. He is already in Bhava Prema stage. We are in the Anartha Nivritti stage. We are not even in the Nishtha stage. I'm talking about myself. So that doesn't mean that. So first we become cognizant, and then we do our best from there. And we also expect that this is not an overnight journey either. It takes a lot of, it takes time. It takes years, decades, and maybe lifetimes. Because we have been drowning in this worldly ocean for millions of lifetimes. जन्म जन्म की मैली चादर कैसे दाग छुड़ाऊं? बहुत जन्म, बहुत lifetimes we have been just serving Maya. And now we are, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we are trying to serve, we are trying to turn our head towards Krishna. So Maya will still bother us, tempt us, tell us, Bhakti Bhakti Chodo, there's no rasa there, no, come to me. Maya will tempt, but we have to show. So the sincerity of a sadhaka is to show up every day. Krishna, I will not leave you. To keep begging. At the same time, we read more about the importance of holy name. We read more about how to improve japa. We hear Guru Sadhu Shastra more like we are doing now. We serve Vaishnavas more. Vaishnava Thakur, Tumi Dayara Sagar, Ida Se Karuna Koro. Please shower mercy upon me. I'm like your dog. I'm like your beggar. Please shower your mercy. So all this doing parallelly will help us. There's no like one quick fix. We have to consistently, keep trying with enthusiasm. Even if we don't feel enthusiastic, try to be enthusiastic. Fake it till we make it. Discipline. I was hearing someone sent a quote, single habit which makes one successful. And one famous person said, discipline. It can be synonymous to hard work, synonymous to perseverance, synonymous to never giving up. But the idea is same, perseverance. And same in bhakti also. You call it discipline, you call it perseverance, you call it never giving up attitude. You call it sincerity, steadiness, all kind of similar. So we also try with faith, with determination, and never give up. Krishna will see, and we choose to be bound. Like how we choose to be bound by the love of Mother Yashoda. That's what we're all aspiring for. Anita Mataji, is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Grantaraj Bhagavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.